I get it, you're standing in the aisle of a lighting store or scrolling late at night, wondering if you should splurge on a set of portable stage lights or keep the budget for something else. You've probably seen a few flashy videos and think, if I get the wrong gear, I'll end up with a bunch of dead batteries or a set that looks great on camera but falls flat in a real-world gig. That hesitation is real because a bad lighting purchase can ruin the mood of a wedding reception, a theater rehearsal, or even a backyard party. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Rockville RockWedge LED battery-powered par lights come as a 12-pack with a wireless DMX controller, promising 100% true wireless freedom and a full 6-in-1 RGBWA+UV color mix. On paper, that sounds like everything you could need for a mobile setup: no cords, no generators, and a palette of colors that can shift from soft wash to punchy strobe. But what does that actually mean when you're setting up a small venue, a church basement, or a DIY photo studio? First, let's talk about the core use case that this kit seems built for: portable, low to medium power lighting where you need a lot of heads without dragging heavy cables. Because each unit runs on an internal rechargeable battery, you can stack them on a truck, a stage riser, or even a simple wooden platform and walk away. The controller lets you address each wedge individually or group them, which is handy if you want a moving head effect across a dance floor without a dedicated lighting console. In practice, I've seen crews set up a dozen of these in under 15 minutes for a community theater fundraiser, using the controller's preset scenes to switch from a warm amber wash during the opening act to a vivid magenta burst for the finale. The ability to change colors on the fly without rewiring saved them time and kept the audience engaged. Now, the strengths that matter in everyday scenarios. Battery life is a frequent pain point with portable LEDs, and the RockWedge units claim a full night of operation at moderate intensity. In real usage, a single charge gets you roughly 5 to 6 hours of steady output before the LEDs dim noticeably, which aligns with the typical length of a wedding ceremony plus reception or a concert set. The fact that the batteries are built into the housing means you don't have to lug a separate power pack, and the charging dock included with the kit lets you charge all 12 at once, no need to hunt for spare chargers. The color mixing is another practical win. The 6-in-1 chip delivers not just the classic RGB, but also white, amber, and UV. That UV channel, while not a must-have for everyone, becomes surprisingly useful when you're trying to make white shirts pop under black light effects at a club night, or when you want that subtle glow on stage props. The controller's DMX interface works with most standard apps, so you can program complex fades or sync the lights to music using a laptop or tablet. For a small production crew without a dedicated lighting desk, that level of control feels surprisingly professional. On the flip side, there are a few hidden trade-offs you need to be aware of before you click Add to Cart. First, the light output, measured in lumens, is modest compared to larger, mains-powered fixtures. If you're lighting a large dance floor in a high-ceiling venue, you'll likely need supplemental fixtures to achieve the punch you expect. The RockWedge shines brightest when used as a wash or accent, not as the primary source for a bright, wash-heavy design. Second, while the wireless DMX is convenient, it can be susceptible to interference in crowded RF environments. Think a convention center packed with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other wireless gear. In my testing, the controller held a solid connection up to about 30 feet. Beyond that, you might experience occasional dropouts, which is something to keep in mind if you plan a spread-out layout. Another practical consideration is the durability of the housing. The wedges are built from a hard plastic shell that stands up to the bumps and drops you get during a road tour, but they're not rated for extreme weather. If you're planning an outdoor festival with rain or dust, you'll need to protect the units with additional casings or plan for a sheltered location. The included mounting brackets are simple and work well on flat surfaces, but they don't have the heavy-duty clamps you'd find on professional fixtures, so hanging them from a truss will require a separate adapter. Who should buy this kit? If you're a freelance videographer, a small band lighting tech, a wedding planner who wants to add some color flair without hiring a full lighting crew, or a hobbyist setting up a home theater or photo studio, the RockWedge 12-pack offers a cost-effective way to get a full palette of colors and decent coverage. The fact that the entire system is battery-powered means you can take it to remote locations, parks, or venues without reliable power. The controller's preset scenes also